Today we're gonna go explore a little bit of downtown Salt Lake, so come join us. We're gonna have some breakfast, go check out the Capitol, and share it with you. Downtown Salt Lake, we are having breakfast at Little America. Say hi to Rhett. You've never been down here before. Little America has been here for quite a few years. They have an outside patio. Pretty nice. And Tabby has joined us today.
Yes, I have. Hello.
Hi, Tabby.
This one's mine. I'm so excited.
We are on the east side of the Capitol building. We thought we'd give you a great view before we go exploring on the inside. Little view of the Salt Lake Valley.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'm here too. Hi. It's me.
Tabby's here too.
Hi.
With us.
Yes. So, we had lunch at lovely Little America.
Little America.
Oh,
we had lunch.
breakfast,
Oh, breakfast. We had breakfast at Little America today.
It was lovely.
But we will see you when we get inside the Capitol and give you a different view.
Wait, we're going inside?
Yes.
That's great.
So we're taking the scenic route, which is A Street. If you're familiar with Salt Lake, we have alphabet streets. And A Street takes a little tour behind the Capitol, and you're briefly away from the city, or it feels like you're away from the city. Go through the avenues and then go around, and you'll see it here in just a second. Correction, it's B Street that takes us around the Capitol, but you can drive through A Street over to B Street, and here we go. We're out here on Labor Day weekend, so we have lots of people outside walking and bicycling around this B Street. There's no houses. If you look up above on the rim, those are some spendy houses, the expensive neighborhood above the Capitol. And I think this road is about a mile around. It's not very long.
The window's dirty, so you should try not to use the window. See? Oh, they added a trail. I see now why they did that.
We're on the backside of the Salt Lake City Capitol. They got lots of construction going on. So, not a very good view on the backside, but we're gonna go around the front side. Hopefully the doors are open. And hopefully when we get to the other side, we'll have a better view. We can share the Capitol with you. If you like to share our explorations, like and subscribe to help us build more videos to share with you.
Yay, subscribe.
As we follow along this trail to see where it takes us. While we're making our way around the Capitol, Tabby wanted to do a fit check. Please comment on her outfit for the day, except for her shoes. Let me see your shoes. Sideways.
Oh, sideways?
She's got very high heel shoes.
Yes, they're so much fun. They make big clunky noises, as Grandma was telling you. She almost tripped. That was kind of funny.
I did almost fall. As we continue around, we're watching Rhett take a rest. Still haven't made it to the front side of the Capitol yet, but here we go. So we are still on the west side of the Capitol, but this is the west view. Almost looks like the front, but not quite. Very large state of Utah Capitol entrance on the west side. Still trying to make our way to the front. We're on the west side of the Capitol and their grounds. It's a pretty nice day today. The west side, I'm not sure what they're doing. I think they're expanding. I'm not really sure. But we're here just to tour around it and hopefully we can go inside.
I like my flowy jacket, it's so much fun.
Made it to the front entrance of the Utah State Capitol. It is quite the tourist attraction. We have tourists over here by the sign. So here it is. Let's go see if they are open.
you're live on my channel too. Watch out for the big doors. Where's the redhead? The other redhead. There she is.
Alrighty, so we're on our way up to the House of Representatives, and I'm gonna show you guys around up there, so yay! So we are up the stairs to the House of Representatives. I don't know if you can see it up there. Oh no, the camera's not getting it, but I'll show you up there anyway. Alrighty, we are right next to the House of Representatives, which is right there, and I found this fancy little plaque here, so that's pretty cool, and some pictures of these representatives. So let's move on into the actual house. Yay! Whoa, look what we have here. This is my grandma. And here on this glass panel, so we're here at the House of Representative little place with my grandma. This is Tabby, by the way. So on the bottom here we have like a golden fancy thing to show where it is, and then on the inside we have the like rooms.
House of Representative room.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine sitting in here when they were, discussing the laws and all of the items. And up above it, I don't know if you can see the seats up above it, you can, if you have time, come and be an audience, but usually that's during the week when most people are at work. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. So this is the House of Representatives room. So yeah, I'm gonna hand this back to Grandma now.
So looking away from the House of Representatives, just a view of the rotunda again of the Capitol building. Utah State Capitol building. Come around.
An emergency elevator/stairs.
It's always those.
We also have these really beautiful pillars.
The what?
Pillars.
Oh yes, the
With
pillars.
beautiful detail on top.
The pillars. We will get more information about the history of this building in a bit. All the murals. And a lot of it has to do with the Mormon pioneers from 1847. That's when they came into the valley. And so every 24th of July is Pioneer Day. So similar to the 4th of July, we celebrate when the pioneers arrived in the Salt Lake Valley. And there's Rhett, way down there. Always catch him at the bottom and I'm always at the top. I have found the Senate chamber, which most of the time when we've come here, these rooms have been closed and they look much smaller in person than when you see on the news or on the TV. But I think it would still be very interesting to witness one of these meetings take place.
Yes, I love how they have like their own little personal decorations on top of their desks.
Oh yeah.
Because even though they are very fancy people, I like how they have these little expressions on themselves.
And they have the rolling desk so they can close everything that's on top of them. So Tabby just noticed a griffin way in the corner over there that many times as I've been here I never noticed that. And that statue, I'm not sure what that statue is. We'll have to walk over there and check it out. But another view
I like the
of
lights on the stairs.
the stairs and the rotunda.
It's very pretty.
It is
Very fancy.
made of marble, or it looks like it's made of marble. Now we've made it to the Utah State Supreme Court, and again, this room is fairly small, but looks so much bigger when you see it on the TV.
Yeah. It
Very.
doesn't help that we can't zoom it in our camera, but that's okay. It is really pretty though.
Now behind me is where we are the opposite end of the House of Representatives. So,
It's all the way across
There's
the other side
Tabby
of
there.
the building.
and way over there is where we were a second ago, House of Representatives. And the view. Here is another great room inside the Capitol. Now, as many times as we have been here to visit, I've never seen so many rooms open. So this is like a first almost. Here we are standing in front of the office of the governor and the lieutenant governor. Spencer Cox is the governor, or the current governor, I should say. And Deidre Henderson is the lieutenant governor. So now we are underneath the foyer of the House of Representatives. Just give you another view of the Capitol. Now we're just down below all the foyer and the offices. I don't think it's the basement, but probably one level up. Oh, the original Capitol dome light. Well, that's a bit crazy because that's a little small. It says 1916. Stand next to it, Tabby, and we'll compare size. It's not a very big light. You're what? Yeah, that's crazy. I think every capital may have a bell representing their state.
So while we were down here, this is Tabby again. Hi. So Grandma wandered off and she gave me the camera. So we ended up finding like all of these pop-up things for kids, I think, and they tell a little bit of, like, about who this person is. This person is called Alice, Miss Alice Horn, and yeah, she helped shape art stuff. And now we're gonna go around and look at the other ones too. So next, we have this kind of pop-out book, and it just shows like a bunch of different lands and stuff, and like little bees and creatures that are across, you know, Utah. So let's keep going. I just went across from the last pop-up, which is over there, and here we have one of those little penny presses for kids and stuff. It's pretty cool. It costs I don't know, 2 quarters and a penny. So yeah, that's fun. You can take a souvenir home. Yay! Next, over here, next to the penny thing, which is over there, we have kind of like a things about different instruments that are used for, you know, like here we have a telescope, and here we have, I think, some sort of a banjo kind of thing. And then on the back of it, it tells a little bit about like the architecture of this building, so that's pretty cool. So in this middle of the room, there's like this round plaque-like thing, and it talks about like the history of Utah state flag and how it changed over time and stuff. So that's pretty cool too. So over here we have a building for the treasure, and that was right next to the history of like the Utah state flag. So this talks about all the different materials that this building is made out of. So moving on, we have this one, and it's about like the different materials they would, or not materials, but equipment they would use during flight for like pilots and stuff, and it has different years from the 1940s to the 2010s. So this is right across from the pilot thing all the way over there, and here we have a thing about paleontology. So there's a bunch of different fossils here, and it explains what the fossils are and stuff. Yeah, so let's move on. Here we have like a pop-up little storybook and this one is for this one's for agriculture, so it has like, you know, things for little kids to answer and some facts and stuff. And the last thing we have here right next to the agriculture things is talking about like the miniature film sets they would use, and they have like a few of the examples here on the glass. So this one's the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's from 2007. This one's Footloose from 1948, and then we also have Stagecoach from 1939. Right now we are on the east side of the building, and on the east side of the building there are these lion statues. So this one here, this fluffy boy, is labeled with integrity, or I think that's what represents him. And then right next to him on the other side there's another lion, so let's go over there. Across from our previous lion buddy all the way over there is another lion. Hello. So this one is labeled with fortitude, or actually I think these are the names of the sculptures that are done by the guy who made them. So that's pretty cool. So right now we are still on the east side of the building, just a lot closer to the entrance. And we have here a wonderful Indian statue. And this one is the statue of, I'm probably going to butcher the name really, really bad. So here's the plaque instead. Hi. Oh, no. Okay, so we're still on the east side of the building, but right now we are taking a break because we don't want to go walking anymore.
Because we're going to continue here in just a second to go across the street, and there are some stairs that it's a mini hike, I'm going to say. Mini hike down a hillside into Memory Grove. So we'll show you that in just a minute.
Great, so check in.
Brief view from the Capitol building or Capitol grounds, looking down at Memory Grove. That we will be there in just a few minutes.
So we're making our way downstairs.
Yes. It is very hot outside today. Here is the trail leading down to Memory Grove. Now, try walking this in a long dress and heels. That's what happened a few years ago when we got married. So, kind of tortured ourselves just a little bit walking down this in fancy clothes. Making our way downtown.
Walking fast.
Walking fast.
I'm being tired.
I'm being tired. Not really. Just sweating.
Yeah, it's gross and icky. Nasty.
Here we go. Here we go. Now this is doable for little kids. Even I'd say 2-3-year-olds, they can do it.
They're gonna be fussy though.
It takes a little bit of patience, but they can do it. We've done it with our grandkids, and they kind of have fun when they get to the bottom.
Hello.
Tabby cheated. She took a shortcut.
It's a mini.
A mini shortcut. Go, Tabby, go! Maybe not in those shoes. If you're not into a long hike, this is perfect because it's just a few minutes and you get your steps and you get out of breath, and it takes a little bit of effort. And see, now we're nearly at the bottom. Of course, going up is a little bit more effort than coming down. But it literally only takes maybe 5 minutes. Or if you have little kids, it might take, 15 or something. Here we are at the bottom. Hi, Tabs. Did you make it? And there's some more trails over there. If you want to follow, there's a little creek in the middle of all this. There's also a reception at the end of this road here for weddings or parties or whatever. Also, just a tidbit, if you don't want or you can't afford to rent the reception hall over behind me, you can ask permission to have a little mini ceremony outside anywhere along this park. And I know that because that's what we did quite a few years ago, over 10 years ago. Maybe the rules have changed. And we got married right over there. So we just got married outside on this. And here's the creek. I'm sure there's a sign somewhere of the name of it, but I don't know where it is. Lots of people sitting out in the shade. Just taking a break on this holiday weekend. There's Tabs taking a break. And over there is where we just came from. You can see the stairs and maybe some people through the bushes. That mini hike and the Capitol building sticking out through the trees. And then over here is the reception hall that I was just talking about. Now if you're up for it, you can take this trail for another hike, but that hike goes quite a ways up, turns into a dirt trail, gets a little steeper, so we're not up for it today. We're just here to show you a little bit of Memory Grove. Thanks for joining us today on our adventure. If you like to share a little bit of Utah history and points of interest, join us on our next video. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.